Here we have the Alienware Aurora R10 Ryzen edition. This was the President's Day sale. Apparently it sold out within seconds, but as a human, I was able to get my hands on one. Who knows how, but this comes with the Ryzen 7 3700X and 16 gigabytes of dual channel HyperX Fury DDR4 at 2333 megahertz. Not the best, not the worst. For the deal, excellent. And to top it off, it has an NVIDIA RTX 3070, so that was kind of the prize of this build. And the secret to getting your hands on one. And figured I'd unbox it on camera. Never done anything like this before, so probably have terrible quality on the video. Anyway, we'll unbox this and take a look. What do you know? Box in a box. Actually, that would surprise me because everything I've looked at in the same way. Turn this guy over. And pull it out here. Have it. Nice Alienware box. Alright, let's get this bad boy open. Get it around here. Oh, more boxes within a box. Yes, this is like a setup box. So, yep. Let's see here. This out. Ooh. Alright. This. Basic mouse. Power cable. And basic. That looks better than the ones I remember, but I haven't used it all years. And then papers. And now what we're all waiting for. Mostly me. Alright. Oh, looks like we're going this way. So you see it, this is actually on its side. Actually on its front, so I'm doing this all backwards. Let's get it put around here. Yes. I'm struggling. Oh, this thing's heavy.
This case is actually pretty nice compared to what I saw online in pictures. I thought it'd be a lighter gray, but I really like this black tone. However, I am a bit disappointed with the build overall, even though it was only $1,199 before tax. The reason I say that, this really isn't the best gaming PC out of the box, and I'll show you here in just a second. So, let's open it up. As you can see, side panel super easy. Just pull that tab on the back, pops open. Now, power supply arm, I had a little bit more of a struggle. As you can see here, got about halfway and then realized I need to unplug the GPU power cable. Now let's take a look inside. As you can see in here, it doesn't look half bad, and Dell got the dual channel memory correct. The reason I say that is because I've seen reviews where they have one stick of RAM or they put the RAM sticks in the same channel, which is a big no-no. Now, what peeves me is that CPU cooler. It is hot garbage. And I'll go into that here in a little bit, but I thought before we do that, we should take a closer look at that Dell OEM 3070. As you can see here, no screws because it's a Dell and everything snaps together. I already took the arm out there, but not a half bad looking card if you ask me. Yeah, I struggled a bit, but front looks good, and the only complaint is that power connection location, but the plus is the pass-through cooling on the back there, so makes up for that. Now, just reinstalled the card. As you can see just below my hand here, that arm that braces the GPU into the PC since there are no screws. And just going around, checking all the power connections, making everything is solid. Everything looked good to me, so shutting up the power supply arm there. Have to plug in the GPU power connector before closing it all the way, because it doesn't reach. And then don't be like me and forget to move the GPU connector wire from between the power supply bracket and your side panel. Alright, close it up. The rear I/O on this machine is actually quite nice. It has 4 USB 3.0 slots, a USB-C, and 6 USB 2.1s all in the back here, so all your accessories can be plugged in, plus an additional 3 more USB ports on the front of the machine, so it's got everything you need. But let's take a look at some gaming performance here. This is GTA 5 on high settings. Now, you would expect with this machine you'd be able to play it on Ultra. Well, you can, but here on high you can see the CPU temperature going to 77 degrees Celsius with spikes about 80 degrees Celsius. Now, I decided let's take a look at Ultra and see what happens. Well, those temps were hovering around 84 degrees Celsius and spiking all the way up to 95 degrees Celsius, which is pretty bad if you ask me, and we're only hovering at like 30% utilization. Imagine if you had a game heavily reliant on your CPU. You would overheat, crash, blue screen, or just straight up destroy your brand new CPU and your Alienware. So, I could have upgraded the cooler on Dell's website when I got this, but being that the deal sold out in seconds, I think if I clicked through those options, probably wouldn't be making this video right now. I decided to take another look at a different game, Dirt Rally 2.0. And if you notice, in this at high settings, I was getting some weird stuttering. I'm not sure if that's due to the RAM speed or maybe because the CPU temp is still, up at 74 degrees Celsius. While not bad, it's getting to where I feel uncomfortable. So, this was just high, just kind of seeing what was going on. And here's a look at Ultra. Now, CPU temps start 70. Frames are nice, it's performing well, but we're still at like 25% utilization, but we're going above 80 degrees Celsius. This is not a good setup to game out of the box. So I think what I'm gonna do is call it quits here. We'll upgrade that CPU cooler and do some further testing once we have that, because I think with the proper cooler on that CPU, this could be a really, really good machine, and rather give you some good advice on what to do. In conclusion, this is an overall great machine. You just need to do something about the CPU cooler. And that's what I plan to do in our next video here. But I thank you for watching, taking your time listening to me, and we'll take a look here next time. I currently am ordering an AIO cooler, so we'll see if we could squeeze that in there and see what kind of numbers this machine will get. Take care.